Have you ever wondered why there are so many different systems in the world? There are a plethora of different apps and software everywhere, different ways for spelling in the same language, how we write the day, units of measurement, and currencies. Today, we will look at why there are so many different systems in the world. From inches to yards to meters, and how we measure temperature, as well as the software and systems we use daily, to even currencies all over the world. These are some of the different systems we encounter in our daily lives. And the most annoying differences of all are charges, shoe sizes, date writing, and units of measurement. Since we interact with all of these daily, wouldn't it be easier if the systems were universal? Why are there differences? Firstly, the environment influences differentiation. Before globalization, different parts of the world did not interact. There were people from different cultures living on several continents, having never met another culture. For example, the climate in a location would influence how its people saw the world. The flora and fauna found in the place would also influence each culture's cuisine. With different environments, various cultures in the world formed their own societies, with its own beliefs and systems. Each society had to come up with its own standards for the people to adhere to. However, after globalization, many of these standards still prevail, which is why we have conflicting standards. Case Study 1: The Imperial System versus the Metric System. The Imperial System originated from Britain, having evolved from other systems that use everyday items as measurements. For example, the Imperial System uses inch, feet, stone, pound as units of measurement. On the other hand, the metric system, which came from France, uses the meter, kilogram, second, and more. They defined that the length of the meter would be 1/10,000,000th of the length of a quadrant on the Earth's surface from the equator to the North Pole. This new metric system was developed because the imperial system was seen as unreliable. Not everyone's feet were the same, and neither were the masses of stone equal. Today, only USA, Myanmar, and Liberia use the imperial system, while the rest of the world uses the metric system. In addition, a conversion error from the imperial to the metric system in 1999 caused a fatal incident on Mars. Calculations were messed up because of the different systems being used. This resulted in a Mars probe crashing and a total of $125 million lost. This shows how different systems could lead to catastrophic accidents. Likewise, shoe sizes have the same principles. Different societies came up with different standards for shoe sizes. Case Study 2: Fahrenheit versus Celsius. Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, a Polish-born Dutch physicist, invented the first reliable thermometer. He was the first person who made two thermometers that came up with the same reading. The Fahrenheit scale was adopted in 1724, and it became the global scale. However, in 1742, a Swedish astronomer named Anders Celsius came up with the Celsius scale, which had water's boiling point at 100 degrees Celsius and its freezing point at 0 degrees Celsius. Compared to the Fahrenheit scale, in which water froze at 32 degrees and boiled at 212 degrees, 0 and 100 degrees Celsius were more significant numbers. Soon, the world changed to using the Celsius scale, with the exception of a few countries. Perhaps it was because they did not want to change to another scale. The second reason why there are different systems is that everyone is unique. We have different backgrounds and experiences in life, and different thoughts. Naturally, individuals who develop systems will have unique ideas and methods of doing things. Apps, websites, and programs all differ, because their creators all have different minds. In today's world, innovation and creativity are cherished. Therefore, people have to innovate and come up with new concepts to differentiate themselves. And this leads me to the final reason. We want to be different. This has a simple principle. For businesses, having a different product from the rest of the market is advantageous, as it will increase profits and build brand loyalty. From a country's point of view, having its unique system will allow it to have more power. Case Study 3: Apple versus Google. Almost everyone is equipped with a mobile phone in today's digital world, and there are two major companies vying to control the market. Apple operates on its own iOS system, while Google developed the Android system, allowing various companies to use it in their mobile phones. Apple focuses on luxurious items, while Android is generally cheaper and more affordable. From this example, we can see that having differentiated products helps each company sell their products to a range of customers. Case Study 4: Currency. Every country has its own currency, but wouldn't it be easier and simpler if the whole world operated on one global currency? In the digitalized 21st century, we have the Bitcoin. Nevertheless, each country has its own currency to instill patriotism, gain recognition, and control power based on its value. Case Study 5: Spelling. When Britain sent explorers over to America, they brought English over with it. However, American English and British English started to evolve and separate. Britain was once under French influence when William the Conqueror conquered Britain. As such, British English has French touches to it. Meanwhile, American English was under the influence of the culture in America, particularly the natives and South Americans. But there is one crucial difference: spelling. When writing the American English Dictionary, the Americans created their own version of spelling in protest against the British version. The letter U from honor in color was removed, and the letter S in words like characterized was changed to Z. Case Study 6: How we write the date. America inherited the month before day format of writing from the United Kingdom, where it was used during the 20th century. However, Britain moved on to the European style of writing, which was the day before the month. Originally, the difference between the two did not cause confusion because dates were written out in full. But as the world progressed into the digital era, dates had to be written in terms of numbers. America stuck to the month before day format, while the rest of the world used the European style. Lastly, there is a third way of writing the date, which is now the internationally accepted way to write it, with the year first, followed by the month, and finally the day. Countries like China and Korea use this way of writing the date. Case Study 7: Chargers. USB cable chargers are everywhere. Everyone who owns a mobile device has to have one. However, there are so many different kinds of chargers, and not every USB cable can charge the same phone. Well, this is partly due to advancements in technology. Every time a new piece of technology has been developed, mobile phone developers would manufacture the phone to suit the newest USB charger. This would then allow phones to be charged faster and more efficiently. Plus, older phones will naturally be incompatible with newer USB chargers. However, another reason could be that different phone companies want to differentiate themselves in order to sell more products. Having a unique charging cable would mean that competing phone brands would not be able to charge from their USB cable chargers. Now that we have seen so many differences in our daily lives and how they could adversely affect ourselves, there is one crucial question. Why can't the whole world just stick to one system? Well, the answer is no. Except for one extremely important system. Any disparities in it could cause very disastrous consequences. The only system that is uniform throughout the world is the traffic light system. No country has blue or purple traffic lights, and all countries follow the red, yellow, green color codes on the traffic lights. Well, this could be the only system unique to humanity.